We're going to talk about hybridization and how to describe the hybridization of the central atom in a compound. Hybridization describes the changes in the atomic orbitals of an atom when it forms a covalent compound. This requires the combining of two or more atomic orbitals to create new orbitals, and these new orbitals are called hybrids. And hybridization requires us to examine the central atom, and from there we can also explain the geometry of the compound. So when we're describing hybridization, you always want to start off with the Lewis structure. From there, you want to examine the central atom and determine its steric number. The steric number will tell us the hybridization. So steric number 2 means it's sp hybridized. And if you take a look at the superscript, 1 plus 1 is 2, which equals to the steric number. Steric number 3 correlates to an sp2 hybridization. 1 plus 2 is 3. Steric number 4 is going to correlate to an sp3 hybridization. Steric number 5, sp3d hybridization. Steric number 6, sp3d2 hybridization. Let's take a look at an example. Determine the hybridization and the geometry of the central atom in HCN. So we always want to start off with the Lewis structure. And we want to examine the central atom. We want to determine the steric number. So around carbon, there's 2 electron groups around carbon, and that correlates to steric number 2, which means it has an sp hybridization. We can also describe its geometry. So sp hybridization means it's linear with bond angles of 180 degrees. Let's take a look at another example. Determine the hybridization and the geometry of the central atom in NF3. The first thing we want to do is the Lewis structure. And then we want to examine that center atom. Nitrogen has 1, 2, 3, 4 electron groups around it. So 4 electron groups means it's steric number 4 with an sp3 hybridization. We can also draw the geometry. And this will be a tetrahedral, but it has a lone pair, so trigonopyramidal with bond angles less than 109.5 degrees. We can also do another example. Determine the hybridization and the geometry of the central atom in BrF5. Always start off with the Lewis structure. Examine the center atom. Bromine has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 electron groups. 6 electron groups means steric number 6 and hybridization of sp3d2. We can also describe its geometry. Steric number 6 is octahedral with one lone pair means a square pyramidal with bond angles that are less than 90 degrees. Good luck and keep practicing.